Nepal, a landlocked country, is located between two powerful nations, India and China. Although it is small in geographical area, it is blessed with the world's highest peak, Mount Everest. It is also the birthplace of Gautam Buddha, brave Gokali warriors, and other natural scenic beauty like glaciers, snow mountains, numerous waterfalls, lakes and rivers. Situated in the lap of the Himalayas, the capital city of Nepal, Kathmandu Valley, has become vulnerable due to political instability, increased urbanization, and the decade-long Maoist insurgency. Although 20 lakh 51,000 or 2,051,000 people have already settled in an area of 50.67 square kilometres, according to a survey in 2011. People have still poured into the city due to centralised development for education, employment, trade and other facilities. Centralisation has made the city overpopulated. Where there is unmanaged population, there is an increase in the number of street children as well. Kathmandu has become a concrete jungle. Although almost all the facilities are available, the environment is paying a heavy price. The very old and the young are the most at risk in Kathmandu Valley, and many exist without proper food, shelter, clothing and education. Child labour is now common in Kathmandu Valley. Many children don't get work and try to manage themselves by begging on the street and pavement. It's the responsibility of the government to provide food, shelter, clothes and education to the children who suffer from lack of parental protection and security. But nothing has been implemented to help them. These days, many orphanages or children's care centres have been opened, but they are not sufficient to overcome the increasing number of street children and orphans. Every year, a number of children die due to poverty, deprivation and lack of protection. It was because of this that Mr. Buan Parajuli set up Sushila Care and Service Centre, a house for orphaned and street children, on September 2003 at Gattagar, Bhaktapur, by taking a 3-storey house on rent. At the very early stage of its establishment, that is within 2 months, it took in 12 children for care and protection. And in a decade, it has reinstated 8 children in the community and assisted other children out of the organisation.
म कक्षा 10 मा पढ्छु। म 15 वर्षको भएँ र म यहाँ बस्दै आएको 10 वर्ष भइसकेको छ। म सानो हुँदा यहाँ आएको थिएँ। म यहाँ आउँदा सारै सानै थिएँ र छोरी पनि थिएँ रे। अनि यहाँ हामीलाई मेरो बाबाले मेरो हात खुट्टा धोएर मलाई सफा बनाइदिनु भयो। 9 जना सबैजना मिलेर बसिरहेका छौं र हाम्रो यसै घरमा यहाँ 2 जना भोलिन्टियर टिचर हुनुहुन्छ जसले हामीलाई हाम्रो हरेक समस्यामा पढाइको हरेक समस्यामा हामीलाई सधैँ मद्दत गरिरहनुहुन्छ र हाम्रो मा पनि होइसिन्छ एकजना जो चाहिँ यहाँको इन्चार्ज हुनुहुन्छ। तर एउटा इन्चार्ज भएर पनि हामीलाई एउटा आमाले दिनुपर्ने माया हामीलाई दिएर एउटा घरको इन्भाइरोमेन्ट दिएर होमली इन्भाइरोमेन्ट दिएर हामी सबैजनालाई यहाँ पाल्नु भएको छ। हामी यहाँ सबैजना खुसी छौं। म भविष्यमा ठूलो भएर डाक्टर बन्न चाहन्छु। हाम्रो बाबाले जुन लक्ष्य लिएर अगाडि बढिरहनु भएको छ, म उहाँको लक्ष्यलाई पूरा गर्नेछु, समाजसेवामा लाग्नेछु र उहाँ जस्तै एउटा निस्वार्थी समाजसेवी बन्नेछु।
Sushila Care has become a vital shelter for orphaned children. Sushila Care was established in the name of the late Sushila Parajuli, the mother of Buran Parajuli. Buran was just 3 years old when his mother passed away. Orphan and street children from different parts of Nepal are now being protected at Sushila Care. The daily routine of the children starts when they get up and worship God.
नमस्ते, मेरो नाम रुकु देवी गैरे। धेरै आभार व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु किन भन्दा धनराज गुरुङले यस स्थानमा ल्याएर छोड्नु भएर अनि भुवन पराजुलीले मैले तिमीलाई पढाउँछु भनेर पोहोर साल पनि आएर पढाउनु हुन्छ भनेर महिनाको पहिलोचोटि 15,000 लिएर गए अनि त्यसपछि महिनाको 3,000 को दौलत दिनुभएको छ। महिनै पछि अनि अहिले कोठामा बसेर पढेकी छु। उहाँले नै सहयोग गरेर अहिले मास्टर्स डिग्री पढ्दैछु। यस्तै गरी देश विदेशमा रहनुभएका दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूले पनि हामी जस्ता अपाङ्ग अनाथ परिवारलाई सहयोग गरिदिएमा हाम्रो पनि कल्याण हुने थियो। सहरमा मात्र केन्द्रित हुनु हुँदैन, गाउँ गाउँमा पनि यस्तो संस्थाहरू खोल्नु पर्दछ भन्ने मेरो मान्यता छ। यो डिग्री सिद्धिएपछि मैले पनि केही कार्य गरेर अनाथ अपाङ्गहरूलाई सकिन्छ कि भन्ने मेरो पनि चाहना चाहिँ हो।
After worshipping is completed, the children take breakfast and get themselves busy on their homework. There are 2 volunteers to assist them on their homework and other academic support. They stay there and teach the children in the morning and in the evening. The hostel in charge, Saini, likes to help in the kitchen besides managing the organisation. Sunita's sister works here from early morning to late evening. Mittu Devi Sapkota, who is now 78 years old, is still unmarried. She's been helping the organisation since it was established. She is helping to collect mutti daan, as well as help children to learn good things. The tradition of mutti daan is where a grasp donation is taking out 1 graspful of rice from the pot where rice for today's food is allocated to be cooked. The grasp donation rice is later used for charity, virtue or sacrosanct purposes. Sushila Care started Mutti Daan from 2008, and from it about 50 kg of rice is collected from the organisation alone every month. Sushila Tapalia, who is also the caretaker of the organisation, has an invaluable contribution to the organisation. Founder Buan Parajuli, his wife Nirma Parajuli and their daughters Shreya and Saloni work in Canada. They send funds for running the organisation. This is not just an organisation, but it is a place where all the children receive lots of love and support. From 2011, the children of the home have been going to school located nearby the home, Korea Building International School, with free scholarships. All the children of the home are very talented in their studies.
हामीले विद्यालय चाहिँ 2008 सालमा सुरु गरेको हो र त्यो बेलामा म पनि एरियाको बासिन्दा भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो सुशीला संरक्षण केन्द्र पनि पेप्सीकोलामै थियो र पेप्सीकोलामा बच्चाहरू यो अर्फनेजमा बसिरहेको छ भनेर थाहा पाएपछि म एकचोटि भिजिट गर्न गएँ र त्यो भिजिट गर्दाखेरि त्यो बच्चाहरूलाई अलिकति त्यहाँको आर्थिक अवस्था अलिकति कमजोर देखेको कारणले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले त्यहाँ त्यो बेलादेखि फलफुल तरकारी अनि दुधहरू चाहिँ नियमित रूपमा सहयोग गर्दै आएँ किनभने त्यो चाहिँ अर्फनेज एकदमै नितान्त एकजना व्यक्तिले नेपाली मान्छेले चलाएको हुनाले गर्दाखेरि मलाई पनि एकदमै सहयोग गर्नु मन लाग्यो तर त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ बच्चाहरू नजिकै अर्को स्कुलमा पढ्थ्यो त्यो स्कुलमा पढ्दाखेरि फी रेगुलर तिर्नुपर्ने अलिक गाह्रो भइरहेको अवस्था थियो र त्यो देखेर हाम्रो पनि आफ्नै विद्यालय भइरहेको र बच्चाहरूको पढाइ पनि एकदमै राम्रो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो विद्यालयमा ल्याएर पढाउँदाखेरि अझ राम्रो होला कि भनेर विद्यालय पनि राम्रो होला जस्तो लाग्यो र बच्चाहरूलाई पनि एकदमै राम्रो होला जस्तो लागेको कारणले गर्दाखेरि सबै बच्चाहरूलाई चाहिँ हामीले हाम्रो स्कुलमा ल्याएर राख्यौँ र यो स्कुलमा लागेपछि यहाँ लाग्ने सम्पूर्ण खर्चहरू जस्तै स्टेसनरी खर्चहरू त्यसपछि ड्रेसहरू कापी कलम सम्पूर्ण खर्चहरू चाहिँ हामीले यहाँबाट बेहोरेको छौँ र हामीलाई एकदमै खुसी लागेको छ किनभने त्यहाँबाट आएको बच्चाहरूले एकदमै राम्रो गरिरहेछ सबैजना बच्चाहरूले फर्स्ट अथवा सेकेन्ड पोजिसन ल्याइरहेछ र एकदमै डिसिप्लिन पनि रहेको छ बच्चाहरू उनीहरू डिसिप्लिन भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो अरू बच्चाहरूलाई पनि एकदमै सहयोग भएको छ त्यसले गर्दाखेरि मलाई एकदमै खुसी लागेको छ त्यो अर्फनेजको बच्चाहरूलाई मैले मेरो कारणले गर्दाखेरि सहयोग गर्न पाइरहेको छ यसको लागि चाहिँ म भुवनजीलाई म एकदम धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु किनभने म पछिसम्म पनि त्यो बच्चाहरूलाई मेरो तर्फबाट मैले के गर्न सक्छु म एकदम सहयोग गर्न चाहन्छु मेरो तर्फबाट मात्रै होइन म जुन संस्थामा चाहिँ संलग्न छु त्यो संस्थाहरूको तर्फबाट चाहिँ बच्चाहरूलाई मैले भविष्यमा पनि म सहयोग गर्ने बाचा गरिरहेको छु मलाई एकदमै अत्यन्तै खुसी लागेको छ हुन त गाह्रो भइरहेछ तैपनि यस्तो बच्चाहरूलाई चाहिँ सेवा गर्न पाउँदाखेरि मलाई पनि आत्मसन्तुष्टि मिलिरहेको छ
Lakshmi Parajuli and Gunjan are mentally weak. They are both undergoing treatment.
रूपले अलिकति कमजोर बालबालिकाहरू जस्तो अटिजम लर्निङ डिसेबिलिटी त्यस्तो बालबालिकाहरूलाई विशेष थेरापी लगायत विशेष शिक्षा चाहिँ प्रदान गर्दै आइरहेका छौँ म विशेष त भुवन पराजुली सर जुन यस सुशीला अर्फनेज होमको चाहिँ संस्थापक हुनुहुन्छ उहाँलाई म धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु उहाँ चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो समाजसेवी हुनुहुन्छ उहाँले आफ्नो निजी स्वार्थ त्यागेर आफ्नो अचल सम्पत्ति समेत बेचेर यो बच्चाहरूको लागि एउटा संरक्षण केन्द्र चाहिँ स्थापना गर्नुभयो जसले गर्दाखेरि लक्ष्मी लगायत विभिन्न चाहिँ अरू बालबालिकाहरूले चाहिँ नयाँ जीवन पाउनु भएको छ र लक्ष्मी स्वयंलाई पनि उहाँले आफ्नो चाहिँ जुन थर दिएर एउटा छोरी बनाउनु भएको छ सायद यस्तो कामहरू चाहिँ धेरै समाजसेवा त धेरैले गर्छन् तर उहाँहरूले जुन एउटा त्याग गर्नुभएको छ जुन बालबालिकाहरूलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो छोराछोरी समान गरेर यति धेरै चाहिँ उहाँले लगानी गर्नुभएको छ त्यसको लागि चाहिँ म उहाँप्रति आभार पनि व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु र उहाँलाई चाहिँ म धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु
Lakshmi, who was a 2-year-old child when she was picked up, has been in the organisation for 11 years. She was found on the way and picked up by a small tea shop owner. Nobody knows who her parents are. She likes to play and be her own self. Now she is 13 years old, but her mental development has been rather slow. As she is turning from a child to a teenager, an amazing disease seemed to be appearing in her since 2007, where she seems to be constantly falling down. In later days, however, this problem seems to have disappeared. Finally, whatever may be the reason today, the children like Lakshmi are living in great distress. In this situation, rescuing these children is not only a human virtue, but it is also a human responsibility. There is nothing better than being able to give help and support to children in need.
Hello everybody, my name is Michael. I'm from Australia. I've been living here in Nepal for the last 15 years. I just want to tell you about a very, very special place here in Kathmandu. As you can see, I'm surrounded by some beautiful children and they are all living at a place called Sushila Children's Home. This home was started in 2003. The home basically is run for those children who are orphaned, who have been abandoned by their family, or in many cases just totally destitute. Nepal relies very, very heavily on these types of organisations, and I hope that by the time I finish talking, that you might decide that you can also help them in some way or another. The Children's Home was started by a person by the name of Bhuvan Parajuli, he and his family basically have been trying to financially support this home since it started, and they've been doing an extraordinary job. They provide what I would regard as top quality care, support, a loving environment for all of these wonderful children around me, and make sure that they have everything that every other child should have. They're provided with an education, clothing, school uniform, shoes, absolutely everything. They also have a resident caretaker, a lady who organises their meals and provides very, very healthy diet, food and so on for them, and keeps them all basically healthy and happy. Are you all healthy and happy?
Yes.
Well, I think they are. I've been associated with this children's home probably for as long as it has been open, and I have seen it sort of move along through some difficult times. But thanks to the enormous work that Bowen and the staff here do, they've managed to continue on the great work. Obviously, we're doing this for a purpose, and the purpose is that we hope that you'll take the time to have a look at the video they've made of the children themselves, and that it might just get you interested to help in one way or another. How can you help? Well, obviously, financial assistance is always welcome. If you would like to become a donor, a one-off donor, or if you'd like to become regularly involved in the children's home, that would be fantastic. Or you might like to sponsor a child, sponsor a child's education, clothing, whatever. It's always, as you can well imagine, most welcome. And finally, for those of you out there that may be visiting Nepal, you can get involved in the volunteer program. That enables you to come here and use the skills that you might have to assist the orphanage in one way or the other. So I'd just like to take the time to say to these children that they are very lucky, of course, that they've got this, but we hope that by looking at them, that you will see that they're a wonderful bunch of kids. They're all very healthy looking, they're well looked after. It might also be worth noting that some of these organisations or institutions don't have a very good reputation in Nepal, and there's very, very few good ones that really do carry out the work that they should be doing. And I think that from my observations, Sushila Care is certainly doing what's expected. And I trust that hopefully some of those people out there who might be watching this might just feel that there is a need for you to help in some way or the other. Okay? Just in finishing, let's just quickly say their names. Just look at the camera and say your name in a big voice.
My name is Jayaj. My name is Vikas Vrat. My name is
My name is Arun. My name is Kumar Tao.
My name is Kundan. My name is Samrat. My name is Sisters.
Alright, so I think we'll just finish on that. One other thing that I failed to mention, one of the most important things probably, is the fact that there is a desperate need here to move into new accommodation. The children are currently being housed in a rented building, which obviously is not the best in terms of future. So Buan and hopefully those donors of you out there that might take to this is hoping to build a new children's home for these children, and I guess the many others that are out there at the moment. It's worth noting that in Nepal there are just hundreds, possibly thousands of children who simply don't have anyone to care for them. So we are hoping to see, some support that might enable Bowen and others around him to get a new residence built for these children and others. So if you're wondering how you can spend some of those spare pennies or dollars or whatever you might have, I can't think of a better place to spend them.
Your donation to Sushila Care will be purely mobilised for the children's welfare. This will provide courage and assistance to the Sushila care to take care of more helpless orphans and give them a much, much better life. So we ask you to stretch out your helping hands. A bright future can be given to the helpless and orphanage children from your donations.